Hello everyone, welcome back for some more thrift store finds from the Goodwill bargain bins. Had a great morning this morning, a couple of video games, and then get into the tons of DVDs and Blu-rays, and then all the books and everything else at the end. Just a couple of PS3 games. We have Resistance and the first Uncharted sitting in there with the DVDs. Always a good morning to find that. And then one of the first 5 things that I grabbed at the very first bin, that's when I knew this was going to be a good morning, was a sealed Criterion Blu-ray box set of the Apu trilogy. And this was just a perfect start for the morning because this alone sells for more than everything that I paid for this morning. For everything you guys see this entire video, this alone is already beyond break-even point, so it's like fantastic. That's a great morning. A bunch of Blu-rays, about half of them sealed. We have Strangerland, Neighbors, A Good Day to Die Hard, Aquaman, Devil Wears Prada, and Safe Haven. Then getting into all the DVDs, starting with a 20-episode box set of Bonanza, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, a Lifetime original movie, Plain Truth, Jackass 2, the unrated, collection here of Da Vinci Code related stuff. We have the Da Vinci Code, both the full screen and widescreen 2-disc editions, as well as Angels and Demons. And then this pretty interesting, this is a 3 DVD set all about the Da Vinci Code, the Da Vinci Files, going into all kinds of stuff and lots of historical reenactments, a whole little collection of those. A sealed copy of Smallville Season 6, Tom and Jerry, the Spotlight Collection, Volume 2, some Darkwing Duck, Volume 1, this set of advanced digital photography. This is a DVD set. It's a masterclass by Carl Taylor, Volumes 1 and 2, and didn't see if there was any more volumes, doesn't say, but it's kind of an interesting find as well. History of Violence, some of the Twilight and Harry Potter movies, Twilight, Breaking Dawn Parts 1 and 2, a different Breaking Dawn Part 2, some Harry Potter as well, House Party 2, the Three Musketeers, the Disney movie from the, I think, mid-90s. I remember seeing this in theaters. Mel Gibson's The Patriot, Tarzan and Jane, The Great Rupert, different cover than what I normally find. I run to this movie a couple of times a year randomly. The Great Rupert, this squirrel Christmas movie. I've never seen it, but different cover than I normally find. Girls Just Want to Have Fun, Air Force One, the first season of Rescue Me, first season of Laguna Beach. A good double feature of fantasy family films. We have Inkheart and The Golden Compass, Stepmom, When Harry Met Sally, Wonder Woman. This is part of the first season. It was released season 1 in a box set. I think 2 different versions, one with and a slipcover and one without. And this was more of like a sampler disc that was the pilot and the first 4 episodes of the first season of Wonder Woman. A double feature mystery thriller collection with Alfred Hitchcock's Blackmail and Sabotage, Friends with Benefits, Fast and Furious, Runaway Jury, Night at the Museum, Secret Life of Bees, Emmett Otter's Joke Band Christmas, Destry Rides Again, never heard of that one, but it is a James Stewart Western, Fistful of Dollars, and For a Few Dollars More, The Big Tease, 5 Girls, Ron Perlman stars, and Ron Perlman's been in a lot more B horror stuff than I ever knew until I kind of find them for the store. Not really the stuff that I watch him in as an actor that I really enjoy, but there's a big portion of his library of his filmography that it's just weird to find. Body of Lies, first Pirates movie, Catch Me If You Can, X2, The New Daughter, Man's Favorite Sport, a Rock Hudson movie, probably a romantic comedy, I would assume, Samantha, An American Girl Holiday, The Plague, The Lovely Bones, The Tangerine Bear, The Karate Kid, Breakfast at Tiffany's, Troy, Double Jeopardy, Velveteen Rabbit, Talk to Her, The Goonies, Al Pacino in 88 Minutes, The Fog, the remake, not the real one, the complete first season of Breaking Bad, a lot of first seasons for some reason this morning, Smoking Aces, In the Line of Fire, Tony Bennett in New York, Strange Bedfellows, another Rock Hudson movie, Robert Redford in Jeremiah Johnson, Jojo Siwa, My World, Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible, 2-disc Collector's Edition, Thor, The Dark World, The Templar Code, a History Channel documentary, Showtime, another first season, the complete first season of Community. I think it's the only season I ever actually saw of this show. It wasn't really my kind of thing, but I do remember that first season I randomly watched. Uncle Buck, Garden State, The Good Girl, Captivated, Bombers B-52, Watch on the Rhine, Charlotte's Web, Avatar, Pray for Rain, Scary Movie 4, Wreck-It Ralph, The Grudge, Sarah Michelle Gellar one, Ride Along 2, another When Harry Met Sally, Spaceballs, Sweet Home Alabama, a Percy Jackson double feature, Saturday Night Live, The Best of Molly Shannon, Anger Management, I Am Legend, Underdog, a 6-episode collection, Volume 1, Hidden Figures, Quantum of Solace, Cars, Sherlock Holmes, Nim's Island, The Lake House, Bridget Jones' Diary, Tom Hanks in Big, 21 Jump Street, Karate Kid, If I Stay, New World Disorder, Never Enough. It looks like a 2-disc collection all about mountain biking. It looks like all over the world. Didn't really look at the back too much here, but yeah, interesting. It looks like it's their 9th installment. It's an ongoing series about competitive mountain biking. Interesting, something unusual. One audiobook, a sealed one that I grabbed, Falling for the Ranger. Ooh, that sexy gentleman. Then we have some really cool nostalgic stuff, as well as a whole bunch of books, just big variety. A handful of Fear Street, classic R.L. Stine. We have The Sleepwalker, The Cataluna Chronicles, The Deadly Fire, and One Evil Summer. As well as this Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Tiger Zord Power, and a Wishbone, Joan of Arc, as well as MTV's The Real World, The Ultimate Insider's Guide. I remember that was a huge deal when that very first started on MTV. It wasn't something that I really watched, but it was something I remember a lot of my peers talking about when that first came around. A handful of Harry Potter books. Like to grab those if they're in decent shape. Game for All the Family. Another Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, the movie cover of that. Some old sci-fi mixed in here as well. This is a Tor double feature, sci-fi double feature, with Ian Watson and John Barley. We have Nanoware Time and the Persistence of Vision. I always love those old sci-fi books. And we have Laws of Blood, Deception, some more Christine Freehan, Dark Destiny, another Mary-Kate and Ashley. I'd like to hold on to those until I have a whole bunch of them. Some kids' horror with The Dollhouse Murders, some iCarly, Sister Carrie, one of the earliest Goosebumps, number 3, Monster Blood, one of the classic covers, Ramona Forever, a little bit of Babysitter's Club, This Time Will Be Different. This was a sci-fi series I never heard of before. Top Publications Limited in Texas is Tarzan, Conquest Earth, Volume 3. Animal Lust, Looking for Alaska, The Exploits and Adventures of Miss Althea Darcy, Nancy Drew Ghost Stories, Jennifer Love Hewitt, The Day I Shot Cupid, Endangered Saga, the full series. Looks as a YA fiction series, and there's a collection of all of them. Some Larry Niven, Protector, Wind is Not a River. Vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles kids book from the movie. I actually had that when I was a little kid. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Death of a Dark Lord. The Penguin Classics of Hindu Myths. The Mistress of the Empire. The Hidden Place. Voice of the Whirlwind. Calypso. A great classic doll. I love those old gold spine. We have Computer World, ultra modern science fiction for the post-1984 era. That's pretty awesome. A Signet Classics edition of 1984, as well as found randomly 2 Star Trek books. That's pretty awesome. Some TOS era, The Rift, which I'm pretty sure we have, and Web of the Romulans, which I'm pretty sure we don't have. At least I've never read it. I have to actually look. Sometimes with TOS they've been reprinted so many times, and sometimes with different looking covers, that if I haven't read it yet, or haven't read it in close to 30 years sometimes at this point, sometimes I kind of forget unless it's one that really, really stands out. There are a few that are just like classics, but yeah, to check if I even have that one. And always nice to find a handful of Star Trek. So a great variety of stuff, fantastic. Again, just those first couple things that I found when I first got there, I was already, alright, I'm set for the day. Everything else is just gravy, as they say. So really great morning, and I hope you're having a wonderful week as well. And as always, let me know if you have been out to the thrift stores and what you have found this week, and especially if you have your own channel and video, link that below and I'll check it out.